Welcome to the Grotto.
The board game Grotto, a Little Big Thumbs series on which we're focusing on the big thumbs of board gaming.
That's right. And Milo, in our last episode, you got to pick the topic for this episode, and that topic is the top games of 2022.
Yes, we did talk about that. We also drafted our 10 by 10 challenge for this year.
That's right. I think you mean 11 by 10 challenge.
You're right, I do. So we're going to talk about that. We're going to give you a little update on how our challenge is going. We're going to go over the top games for us of 2022. And then we're also going to reveal which charities we've chosen to donate to at the end of our 11 by challenge.
Oh my gosh, it's a challenge, and we've got so much to talk about today. So why don't we get on down to business?
Let's do it.
Yeah. So this topic, this listy list of ours was your pick. So maybe you can give us the ground rules of how we're going to cover the top games of 2022.
So I'm thinking that we can do a top 5 list of 2022 games and reveal them starting at number 5 and work our way up to number 1.
Should we do rock, paper, scissors for who goes first?
Oh, okay.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Boom.
Okay.
I guess I'm going first. All right. So my number 5 game of 2022 is from Blue Orange Games, and that is Downtown Farmers Market. Downtown Farmers Market is it's a tile drafting kind of game where you are building your own market, and I think it's like 16 tiles that you put together. You have to get the different rows of things, and there's gold tiles, and there's a great kid mode that just takes away the goals. I'm rambling a bit, but this game is super fun. You and I have played that one together a few times, and I think you liked it. You liked it maybe almost as much as I did. So Downtown Farmers Market from Blue Orange Games, my number 5.
Nice. That's a great game. My number 5 is technically an expansion, but I'm including it. It is the Marauders expansion for Root, which is my number 1 game of all time. So yeah, I really just love this expansion because of the 2 different factions that they brought into the mix. I think that they're really unique and kind of cutthroat, which I love about them, and that's from Leader Games.
And that's what, the Lord of the Hundreds, and what's the other one?
The Badgers.
The Badgers.
What's their name? The Keepers of the Iron. There we go.
Oh, there we go. Very good. What's your favorite of those 2 factions?
The Lord of Hundreds.
Okay.
Absolutely.
All right. They're pretty cool.
Yeah.
I like the changing moods.
Yes. Relatable content.
All right. So my number 4 game, while it had a Kickstarter release in 2021, the retail release didn't come around until 2022, and that is a small 2-player game from Roxley Games, and that is Radlands. Radlands is this game where I think you've got 3 kind of rows of baddies, and you're protecting your strongholds, and you're trying to destroy the strongholds of the other team. It's so simple. It's got that. It's kind of got, I don't know, it gave me like Star Realms vibes. It's not a deck building game at all, but it gave me Star Realms vibes as far as a game that packs such a punch in such a small package. Radlands, so good. That's my number 4 game.
Absolutely. Radlands is a great game. It's a rad game.
Rad.
So my number 4 is Downtown Farmers Market.
Oh, really?
Yep. We already have an overlap, so if you're hedging bets, we already have one that is shared. Let's see how many we get. So Downtown Farmers Market for me is, so the rules are just so simple, which I love, but it's so crunchy. You have to think ahead, several turns ahead, and that's what I love about it. I love a game that I can teach my partner who doesn't like rules-heavy games, but can still strategize a fair bit. So that's what we love about Downtown Farmers Market. I got it for them for Christmas.
That's awesome. Oh, that's cool. Little Christmas gift. That's fantastic. All right, my number 3 game of 2022. I think it might be another one, the same thing as Radlands, where the Kickstarter edition may have arrived late 2021, but it didn't arrive in stores until 2022. This is from Kids Table Board Gaming. This is a game that gets so many accolades. We're talking Creature Comforts. This is a game that's got a little bit of worker placement going on. It's got so many cute things. It's got the little critters. It's a game that is accessible, but it's got some real crunch to it. It looks so good on the table. It's one of those games that I think I might keep on playing forever. And that's Creature Comforts from KTBG.
Yeah, it's my number 3 also.
Oh my gosh.
It really is. For all of the same reasons. You introduced it to me, and I immediately knew that this was a game that I was going to love and want to play over and over without getting sick of. I love that there's not much player interaction. There's just like the tiniest little bit, and I love that because I can get a bit sour sometimes. So.
I wouldn't describe sour is not an adjective I would use to describe you at all whatsoever.
Maybe we should play Creature Comforts more.
Oh wow, let's see sour Milo come up. All right. So we're moving on to number 2, and my number 2 game of 2022. You said you were including an expansion earlier, and this is me including an expansion. This is an expansion that released in 2022. Base game that released a couple years before that. We're talking The Loop. And the expansion is called The Revenge of Foezilla. And The Loop is this cool, super cool cooperative game where you're time traveling and trying to defeat the baddies, hold off the duplicates that come up to try to destroy the world. And it's got this cool cube delivery system in the middle where you drop cubes in and you don't know where they're going to go. It's got this chaotic element, but you can really plan ahead, and there's the different heroes that work together to save the game. Oh my gosh, I played so much of The Loop in 2022, specifically using different combinations with that Foezilla expansion. Gosh, it's such a good game. I want to play it right now. My number 2 game of 2022 is The Loop. Specifically including The Revenge of Foezilla.
Nice. I want to play more of The Loop.
Yeah.
I played it the one time with you, and it was fantastic. Can't wait to play it again.
There we go. Let's do it.
So my number 2 is a game that I only played once during the whole year, but it really stuck out to me. Mm-hmm. So this game is Dog Park. And it's just such a cute game. There's obviously pictures of dogs. I'm a dog lover. I have 2 dogs. And that was the main reason I loved it, just because of the sheer dog factor. There's hundreds of cards that just have like different pictures of dogs on them. Any breed you could imagine. But the game itself is also just incredibly well done. I love all the elements. And it's not overly complicated or long. It's like an hour, which is like the perfect time for me.
Awesome. I've never played this game. I've never seen this game.
Have you heard of it?
I've heard of it. I've seen it like on Instagram with the cool folks on Instagram posting the pretty pictures and things. Mm-hmm. But I've never seen it like in the flesh, not flesh, cardboard flesh. That got weird. Let's play Dog Park sometime, Milo.
Yeah.
All right. So we've covered our number 5, 4, 3, and 2, and we're going to get to number 1. But first, I just want to quickly do a quick ask of you watching here. If you're in getting any enjoyment, any value out of watching these videos, I would love it if you would subscribe to the LittleBigThumbs channel on YouTube. That tells the overlords, the algorithmic overlords of YouTube, that there's something that we're doing that is connecting with an audience. That when the algorithm sees those numbers grow, then things change for them. So if you want to give anything back to LittleBigThumbs, that would be a wonderful way to do it. Please subscribe.
Yes, please subscribe. And can we get to number 1?
Oh, there's that sour. Oh my goodness! All right. So my number 1 game of 2022. is from Scorpion Masqué. It is one of the games on our 11 by 10 list, and that game is Turing Machine. Turing Machine is a code-breaking game where you're given a little bit of information, some questions you can ask of the machine to put together a 3-digit combination to sort of unlock the machine, to solve the puzzle of the game. And I'm continually baffled at how this game was even put together, because it blows my mind every time I play the game, and I wouldn't surprise me if I played Turing Machine 100 times in 2023. That's how much I think this game is fantastic. And if you've never seen or heard of Turing Machine, go check it out right now. Best game of the year in my books, Turing Machine.
Absolutely. It's a great game. So my number one is Flamecraft. So Flamecraft is a cute dragon game. You're like collecting dragons and putting them out at different shops and then like casting spells and getting points from that. It's just it's adorable. I think it's even more adorable than Dog Park, which is why it's my number one. It's so much fun too, and it's really simple. You can even, there's like a solo variant, which I love. So yeah, Flamecraft. If you haven't heard or seen Flamecraft, like search it up right now.
That's another one. I've never played Flamecraft. So we did it. We did it. Our top games of 2022. Another question for you. Do you have a favorite game from 2022 that you love so much that you think you're going to play this year and in the years to come? If you know what that game is, then drop it in the comments. Let us know what your favorite game from last year was. And if not, tell us which game from 2022 you really want to play. Maybe it's one from our list. Maybe it's one that we didn't even mention. But we want to hear about it. So drop a comment in that. And that brings us to the end of this segment. So we're going to roll on over and we're going to talk about our challenge status report and reveal the charities that we're supporting with this challenge. And so say something clever, Milo.
Clever. So before we do a little update on our 11 by 10 challenge, should we just refresh folks on what the stakes are?
Yes, indeed. So we've agreed that if one of us completes the full 10 plays of a game, then we'll be making a charitable donation.
Yeah, that's right. So $10 for a whole playthrough, 10 plays of a single game.
Right. And if we both play the same game 10 times, we're each going to double that $10 donation, bringing the total up to $40.
Yeah, that's right. Exactly. And if each of us played the 10 original games 10 times, that's a total of $400.
And we also added a bonus game, an 11th game, that if we also play that 11th game 10 times, then we're each going to throw another $50 in, bringing it to a total of
$500.
$500.
Who are you donating to?
Well, I'm glad you asked. So the organization I've chosen to support for our challenge is the Spiel Foundation. And the Spiel Foundation was created, or it's being led by Stephen Conway of the Spiel podcast. Stephen is a good friend of mine. I've played games with Stephen at his home in Indianapolis, Indiana. He's played games here with me in Nova Scotia. He's such a good dude, and he's created this great organization, the Spiel Foundation. And the goal of the Spiel Foundation is to raise money and collect packages of games to be donated to organizations that might not normally have access to games. We're talking children's hospitals, seniors facilities, schools, prisons, community centers. This is a tremendous mission to spread the joy of board gaming, and so having access to these products in those sorts of environments, I think, is just a tremendous thing, and I'm so excited to support the Spiel Foundation in this small way.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for your foundation. The organization that I've chosen is the Youth Project, which is a local organization for queer youth. And it's near and dear to my heart. I went to many, many different events at the Youth Project growing up throughout high school and stuff. It was really important for me. I got to meet lots of other queer people and make friends, and it's just a great organization who I've continued to stay in touch with throughout the years and recommend to queer youth. I just can't recommend them enough, and I would love to give back to them after they gave so much to me throughout my youth. I'm no longer a youth, sadly.
Debatable. If you want to learn anything more about the Spiel Foundation or the Youth Project, we'll make sure to include links to those two organizations in the description of this video.
So we're going to do a quick little roundup of how our challenge is going so far.
So far.
So
good. We're going to have a sort of a graphical representation pop up on the screen that you'll see there. And for that, we're using a 10 by 10 chart that was created by the fine folks at Covray. If you're not familiar with Covray is a great YouTube channel run by Ilya and Tyler. They're also Canadians. They also have a tremendous passion for board games, and they love sharing that passion with their audience.
Yes, definitely check them out. They're cute as hell. And they pick really great games, too, so go subscribe.
Should we jump into it, Milo?
Let's do it.
All right. First game, Kites, Floodgate Games.
Kites. I played it 8 times.
8 times?
8 times.
I played it 7 times.
Got you beat.
You got me beat. All right. How about Turing Machine?
I only played it the once with you.
Okay.
Or we played it twice. Just kidding.
Well, there we go. And I've got 4 plays logged of Turing Machine. Next up, we have Word Heist.
Word Heist I have played a whopping 6 times.
Whoa, you're killing this challenge. I've got Word Heist. I've got played 3 times so far. After that, we have Ahoy.
Ahoy I've played twice.
I've also played it twice.
Nice.
After that, we've got Food Fighters.
Food Fighters I have played 4 times.
4 times? Boy, and I've played Food Fighters twice. After that, we have Great Western Trail. Okay, all right. And I've got 2 plays of Great Western Trail, the Argentina map for me. After that, we've got On Tour.
I've only played it the once.
And I played it twice because I got a solo game in of On Tour.
Nice. I should try that.
Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool one. All right, after that, Rolling Realms.
Only the once.
Okay. Also once. Rolling Realms, 1 time each. Next up, Campy Creatures. Oh, we got a double goose egg there. We got to work on that one. Yes. Okay. After Campy Creatures is Ghost Stories.
I've played that twice.
Good job. I've also played Ghost Stories 0 times. Shame upon me. And then our number 11 game is Toy Story, Obstacles and Adventures.
I have played that twice.
And I've also played that one 0 times. I got shut out on 3 games, so I got work to do. So that's it. That's where we are with our 11 by 10 challenge.
Yeah, so what's next time?
Oh, it's on me, isn't it? All right, well, let me tell you. Our topic for next time around, we're going to talk about our top 2-player games.
Okay.
Games
okay,
for
cool.
just 2 players. Not games that can play 2 players, but games that are intended to be played with just 2 players. What do you think of that?
I love it. I'm excited. I have a ton of 2-player games, so I'm anxious to see what you come up with.
All right. Well, I'm curious to see what you come up with as well. So there we are. We're at the end of the video. Thank you for watching. And until next time, whether you like short games
or long games
or games that are new,
come hang out with us.
The Grotto's got you. Bye-bye.
Bye.